Hello there and a very warm welcome to another interesting edition of Channel's Beam. I am Victor Mathias. It is often said that youths are the leaders of tomorrow. The saying has remained a maxim until recently when youths indeed started raising calls to be integrated into the decision-making bodies of the nation. Well, following the launch of a book that seeks to find out if the Nigerian youth are indeed the turning point generation for the country, the program today will find out from the youth if they believe they will change the country. We will also be speaking to the author of the book, Are We the Turning Point Generation? Chude Jideonwo. But before we kickstart this anticipated conversation, we will be looking at some trending topics in the social media. Tiwa Savage. Tiwa Savage received commendations and bashings for releasing a raunchy video from fellow musicians, fans, and well-wishers. Surprisingly, some even said she has joined the Illuminati, whatever that means. Channel's National Kids Cup. For the second week running, the Under-13 football competition was trending on Twitter as Toibat Primary School, Bagada, emerged winners of the competition, dethroning Ogedengbe Primary School of Delta State, and will hold the bragging rights for the next 12 months. Those were the trends. Let's now meet our online contributors and hear their thoughts on if we are the turning point generation.
The turning point generation, they are the people who understand change and who work for change. This generation, we don't understand change, but we only desire change.
An average Nigerian youth is a hard-working youth, is someone who have that fighting spirit to finish. Just that we find ourselves in a situation whereby things are going the opposite side. But an average Nigerian youth is someone who have the spirit of fighting, who is hardworking, who is intelligent, who try to work out in any difficult situation to achieve his goal.
We are not the turning point generation. We are not the turning point generation. The reason why I say so is because we are the most enlightened doesn't mean we are the turning point generation. This is the generation that we have so much access to information. And one major challenge I've seen is how we're going to manage this information and how we're going to strategically put ourselves into a place for change makers. But I must tell you, I must praise this generation as people who understand change. I have seen in this generation. But my major challenge is how we're going to harness this drive or this demand for change to make it something meaningful for ourselves instead of trying to build a different platform every day that will not stand. We have seen so many platforms different year to year. So this generation is not a turning point generation. Probably this generation is the generation for the pace setters. But for the turning point, I think it should be the generation after this.
If anything wants to divide Nigerian youth is politics, because when we take this democracy, we kind of see ourselves in a situation whereby the country is divided in the sense that when it all started from the presidency, it all started from 1999. Because of the leadership, we have some leaders that want to make impact in every activities in the government. So when they feel that they are not involved in the government, they try to come up with statements that are trying to divide the nation, and that gives the average Nigerian youth a sense of division.
We can't give people our future and tell them they should change their future for us. We have to change our future ourselves. We have to be active in governance, we have to be active in decision making, we have to be active in politics, we have to be active in everything around us. We can't just in entrepreneurship, we have to take role, we have to take charge of everything going on around us. Because we can't looking at what they've done for us for the past few decades now. It's not something we can still leave them in charge and feel they should do what they can't take us anywhere. Let's face the fact. They have anything to offer us. Of course, their wisdom is important. They brought us this far. We can't ignore them. We can't put them back to the place. But still, Yes, we have to take charge of whatever we are doing. In politics, we have to come out. We can't leave it to them. And it's not about saying a 50-year-old man should be the head of a youth faction of a party. No, you can't put a 50-year-old man as the head of a youth faction of a party to do what? We can't even say anything concerning. He doesn't feel what we feel. Doesn't what he experienced in his youth is not what we're experiencing now. Now things are quite tougher than what we experienced then. You understand? We have to go through lots of challenges still through the same process, and we have to get involved in everything we do. We have to really get involved.
This generation understands change, but we are working towards change. But this generation, like I said, we have so much strength in this generation. But one thing that lacks is strategy. You understand what I mean? So when we lack strategy to harness all the strengths, all the passion, and all the emotions we have put into everything we are doing, talking about career, our personal life, government, and everything, we will not be able to achieve the things we want to achieve. So like I said, this generation is going to work. We're going to put all our effort into doing what we're doing right now and what we're going to do in agriculture and everything faces of our our national development. We're going to do everything we're going to do, make more information available to people, more passion and everything. But the generation after us, they are the ones that will implement what we are fighting for right now.
If we want to ask ourselves as Nigerian youths, are we really ready to take that bold step in our democracy or in trying to develop the nation? I will say no, because if I want to talk to you frankly, let me say maybe you are a journalist, you might know more about this. If you go outside in any election, the people the politicians use are Nigerian youth that they use to ring election. I remember very well, and I'm not going to call names and all that. There was a time in the election, I went to a local area for casting my vote. And because I did not support the winning party, they almost fight me and beat me. I said, don't worry, you are collecting 5,000, right? This is your share. And whenever this guy wins the election again, you don't have any say. And that's what happened. Immediately when the governor take everything, they are complaining. They are the one fighting themselves now. Who did they use? Is the youth of Nigeria. So our youth, we are not well. We just want to take the fast way and try to get the fast system, and we don't want to do things in a positive way. That is the problem we are having. But if we try to work and stand for our rights, I don't think any leader can use us.
I must say, these youths of this generation, of which I am privileged to be part of, we are not a wasteful generation. We are the future and the present of Nigeria. The reason why I say so is because, thank God, yesterday the president of Nigeria, President Goodluck Jonathan, he had this more focus on Nigerian youths in looking at the 15 years of Nigeria uninterrupted democracy, democratic era, and all that. We are the future of this next generation, and we are the power of this present because we have an understanding and we have an idea. Like I said earlier, we don't have strategy yet. If we have a strategy, everyone who are aware, who are politically aware by the use of new media and all that, if we can take up to ourselves to say, okay, I want to change the agric sector, or I want to change politics. Let us start from the grassroots. I keep hammering on this thing. You cannot change like Nigeria as a complex state. You cannot change Nigeria from top down. The change that will happen to Nigeria is the change from down to top.
I want to say something. If the government we have in Nigeria are the only corrupt people, then we don't even have problem in the country, because those government officials, if they want to loot money, it's the bank they use. And who are the people working in the bank? They are Nigerian youths in the bank. They are the people siphoning money for the politicians. If the politicians want to do any illegal means of winning an election, is the Nigerian youth it will still use. So they are saying that the government is not taking them along. But we, the youth, we have not tried, we don't have focus. We don't have anything we are fighting for. We just want to get along with any good thing that come along, provided we have the short means of getting that thing. But as a nation, if we really stand on our right and try to go against any illicit acts, I think that corruption we are complaining about will reduce.
First of all, we need to define or describe what change means to you. What a better Nigeria means to you, Moiwa, is different from what a better Nigeria means to someone in the village, for instance. What it means to them is give me road or give me water. If they have water, they will tell you that man has done what no man has done for them in the history. For that, they can vote that man for the 20th time, whatever they want. So we don't have a universal or a change drive that is being a collective change drive where you say when you go to Sokoto, when you go to Delta State, when you go to Abia State, what change means to the man there is what change means to the man in a different part of the country. That's why we don't have that synergy. So what change means to me as Pekin is different from what change means to you as who you are. We don't have the synergy yet, so we have a different view. But I must say to you, if you take an open mind to some urban area, the story you will hear, you will think that you are in a different Nigeria today. The story you will hear, they will tell you that what the governor or what the president has done for them, no man has done it for them. Why? Because there is this need that they've been waiting for, and they got it. And to them, that is all they want. About good governance, that is all they want. About change.
Well, there you go, divergent views from our online contributors. We'll take a break, and when Channels Beam returns, Chude Jideonwo joins us.